5 million men on earth took their own lives in the last decade. Let that land for a moment. Statistics estimate that 5 million men on earth took their own lives, wiped themselves off the planet in the last decade, in the last 10 years. 5 million. 5 million. Why are men in such deep despair? To put it simply, it's because they are disconnected. They're disconnected from themselves, from nature, from other men, from their families, and most foundationally, they're disconnected from their own heart of hearts. They're disconnected from God. They are disconnected from a transcendent and immanent love and grace that is all-pervading, that is here with us now, that is with each one of us in our hearts, the home in our heart of hearts. Men have been systematically disconnected in countless ways, disconnected and alienated from themselves and from the truth of their being. And this is what has resulted in such widespread masculine despair. Of course, there's many other reasons too, but this foundational disconnection from life is truly central, from life and from divinity. And men lack role models that can show them how to restore this connection. This is why men need spaces where they can be in a space of unconditional love, unconditional trust, and unconditional safety with men who they respect, with men who can truly be role models for them, can be brothers for them, can be loving sparring partners with them. Men remember what connection feels like by truly connecting to other heart-led men. Men remember what connection to God and their own heart of hearts and grace feels like by deeply connecting to men who are embodying and incarnating that connection to grace, to love, to divinity, to infinity through their own heart. This is why men are desperately in need of good, solid men's spaces, men's circles, and beyond that, men's training grounds, men's leadership incubators, where men can be, yes, held in love, yes, witnessed as they share the full spectrum of their life and truth and the skeletons in their closet, and they let it all out into the light of pure love so it can all be alchemized, released, relinquished, and transfigured, but then taking it a step further, not stopping at merely sharing and witnessing, but then developing a sense of a collective mission with one's brothers, a collective build, a collective purpose, a sense that, yes, we as men are here on earth at this time for a reason, and we've got our work cut out for us. Brothers, look around you. Our civilization is in disarray. It's plagued by countless travesties of war, of mass abuse, of mass torture, rape, and other things too unspeakable to even name here. There is an ungodly sum of rot and sewage and cancer in the underbelly of your society, and you know it, you feel it, you sense it. And we as men are called to help bring the purest love into those spaces, into that calcified gunk, that rot, to bring it all into the inferno of pure grace, which knows what to do with all of it. Everything can be offered up to the inferno of pure grace. Everything can be alchemized, can be transfigured And we physically can also help in direct, tangible ways. We can help by cleaning up our local communities. We can help by volunteering. We can help by serving. We can help by being there for our families. We can help by being good friends and sons and brothers and grandsons and fathers and husbands. There are countless ways that we can help. We can help by creating mission-driven, purpose-driven organizations. But what men need, first and foremost, it can feel overwhelming to contemplate all the possibilities. So men need role models. They need to be in spaces with other brothers who have done the things that they're being called into, or similar things, or are walking the same path alongside them, are walking the path of courage, of consistently meeting one's edge and stepping beyond one's comfort zone to bring forth the next layer of one's calling, of one's purpose, to say, what this world needs is a lot more important than my own sense of fear and my own sense of what will people think and will people judge me if I speak my truth and if I live this mission right now. It helps so much to be in a field of courage with fellow brothers who are taking those steps, taking the steps to walk the path of truth, relinquishing any care or concern about whether someone might think you're crazy or whether someone might judge you, because your mission, the children, are so much more important than whatever somebody might think, or some social media comment, or some relatives whispering behind your back. Just go for it. Go for the damn thing. Whatever your heart truly calls you to do, take steps in that direction. Take steps to be the medicine this world needs. This world is crying out for good brothers, crying out for good fathers, shepherds, stewards, guardians, and really true kings. The king archetype has been massively distorted in our culture. A true king is not a grandiose, egoic man who fetishizes fame and riches and casual sex and grandiosity. No, a true king is a humble servant, a humble servant. That's why Jesus Christ is called the King of Kings. He put everyone else before himself. He made the ultimate sacrifice for everyone else. He was a humble servant, a good shepherd. He gave his life to service. And a great man, Remy Delon, once told me, freedom is the fruit of love. True freedom is the fruit of love. As men, we are innately drawn to freedom, but our culture has hoodwinked us into thinking that freedom is to simply be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and gratify your personal desires. But that is a fast track to despair, because when we're only focused on ourselves and gratifying our personal desires, we're missing the whole point. Freedom is when we give our lives over to something greater than ourselves and we feel the joy of being in true alignment, being breathed by divinity, being breathed by grace, being breathed by love, not focusing on ourselves, focusing on everyone else who needs us, everyone else who needs the medicine that only we can bring forth, who needs our masculine solidity and uprightness and honor and inner nobility and integrity. Giving your life over to the all-pervading love that God is, that is what true freedom is. To give your life to that, to be breathed by that, to be devoted to that. And for all my love for men's circles and men's work and men's spaces on the earth, this is something that I've seen missing in men's work. A lot of it is too secularized, it's too psychologized, it's too modernized. It's missing that element, that ancient element of true faith and true devotion, truly giving your life over to the Almighty. It's missing the very clear, unmistakable statement that yes, God is real. The one infinite creator is real. God's love is the answer we're looking for, and giving your life over to that love, giving your life over to that grace, dying to who you've been, letting who you've been burn away in the inferno of that loving grace, such that you are sanctified, you are transfigured, you enter into ever deepening communion, participation, divinization, revelation, where God is inexhaustible. There is no final attainment. You remain forever humble because God always has more to show you. Every moment is a revelation. That is the true ignition of a man's soul and spirit. That's what brings a man to life, what brings him to the true freedom to choose, to give himself, to surrender himself, to give himself to the world through self-giving love, to give himself to his kids, to his wife, to his family, to his friends, to his community, to this earth, to this earth. That is what, in men's heart of hearts, that is what they're longing for. They're longing for that peace of devotion. They're longing to find something worth devoting their lives to. And it's sitting right in front of them. It's in the forests, it's in the churches, it's in their families, it's sparkling in their children's eyes. But men have been systematically disconnected from their hearts and from their own sensitivity and systematically traumatized. And so we need spaces where we can peel back the layers, where we can get radically honest, where we can be in the field, in a field of embodied presence with other inspiring men, masculine leaders, men you respect, men who embody principles that you yourself are called to embody. This is how we can learn these things. This is how we as men can begin to open our hearts and activate our power, our primordial primal power under love, under God. Give it all to God, give it all to love, God-led power in the name of truth to bring forth our legacies, our missions, our projects, our purposes for the highest good of the children and of all beings on this earth and in all worlds, for the end of all wars and for the realization of our true potential as a species. God became man so that man might become God, as they say in Christianity. We are invited to walk the path of becoming godlike. It's a gift beyond fathoming, that we are invited to be sanctified, to be transfigured in the all-pervading, loving light of pure grace, the highest light which has no opposite, the inmost light which has no opposite, which holds, transcends, and includes both light and dark, which, when all polarities are held within that love, they harmonize, they become akin to twin dragons, spiraling like a DNA helix in harmony with one another. All aspects, all polarities, all of life, we are being called to hold it all in the silent love, the pure, loving presence of God, which is always with us, and yet which we've become too distracted to see. We've become so desensitized and so addicted to thought and addicted to our mundane concerns and living a life fixated on the past or future that we are missing the eternal now. Here it is. We found it. We are missing this sprawling, ever-present eureka, this this Godgasmic jubilation. I mean, it's here. It's here, the now. It's here, the kingdom of now, the kingdom of love. This is what we as men are being called to reconnect to feel in our hearts, to learn how to hold all of life and everything within ourselves within that field of ever-present divine love, divine grace, all-pervading infinity. That is the deepest work that we as men are called to do on this earth, and we are called to find compassionate sparring partners who can help us to shape ourselves and embody the virtues and values of true humble kings on this earth: uprightness, clarity, honor, vision, devotion, integrity, strength, courage, groundedness, rootedness, being like the mighty sequoia, rooted so deep to the earth, to the molten core of Gaia, so that you can extend your mighty branches unto the highest heavens, centered in the heart of hearts, bridging immanence and transcendence, bridging earth and sky, being that solid pillar of divine luminosity on this earth for the highest good of all beings. For the highest good of all beings. Each man in his heart of hearts, I would humbly suggest, is called toward his own unique expression of that. His own unique expression of being that pillar, being that mighty sequoia. And that, brothers, is the work that we do within Council of Kings, the men's leadership organization that I founded in 2022. I spent about 200 hours this winter evolving and building the next chapter of this organization. I'm proud of what's come through. I'm excited about what's come through. I've now sat in 500 men's circles myself. I've led 350 of those myself, along with several men's retreats in different countries. This work is sacred to me. This work means so much to my heart. I can't tell you the love I have for these brothers who sit in the fire with me, who sit and cultivate this bonfire of ever innocent love together, week in and week out, training to give everything to the bonfire and to sharpen each other, to embody the virtues and values that allow us to truly live and actualize our mission, our purpose on this earth for the good of all. That is the nature of the work that we do, gentlemen. So thank you for listening. Thank you for contemplating. If this sparks something in you, brother, if this sparks something in you, you have an option here. You have a choice. You could forget this video. You could go open another social media app or open Pornhub or something and just fall into further distraction. Or you could take action on this. You could drop a comment and let me know what you felt. You could say, send me the vision. I want to see the vision for the new chapter of Council of Kings. You could go start researching other men's circles, other great men's spaces. There's many of them out there. If you don't feel that our space is for you, feel welcome to ask me, and I'm happy to refer you and recommend you to other beautiful men's training spaces that are out there. There's something out there for every guy. So don't just listen to this and just make it just another thing you saw. Take action on this. Look for a men's space. Look for a space with good men to help in your formation, to help in your training, to give you role models of men that you respect. Take an action today after watching this to further your own growth. Do a set of push-ups. Take a cold shower. Go for a jog in the woods. Do something to invigorate yourself, a pattern disrupt, to start signaling to your system that something is changing. A new chapter is emerging. This year is a new chapter. This is the year that I transform. This is the year that prior identities fall away and burn away and are offered to the kiln, the bonfire, the forge, so that I can give my life over to my deepest truth on ever deepening levels and become the man who I am meant to be on this earth. That is my challenge to you, brothers. That is my call to you. Thank you for listening. Much love. Peace, infinity. Hallelujah. May we set the kids free for the highest good of all beings, end all wars and all worlds. Peace be with us all. God be with us all. Peace be with you, brethren. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. In the name of nameless infinity, nameless infinite divine love. Go forth in peace to love and serve the Lord of love. Thanks be to God. God bless you. God bless you.